I've just finished my lecture. The girl I've been flirting with for the past hour or two, I think she likes me. A newly single Kiri at the back end of October, November time in 2019 walks with the girl to the lift. We press the button, we get into the lift together. The lift goes down, we come out and we walk to the station. On the way to the station, you know, I give her a little push, a little flirt. I kind of tease her. She's feeling me. This was the first time I've chatted to a new girl in nearly 2 years. A newly single Kiri walks with the girl and tries to drop game as best as he can and sees, oh, this girl from my class, she's actually quite a good friend of mine. She's came and cock blocked. She's just chatting to the girl. I can't really do anything now, right? Kiri took his loss on that day. As we got on the train, the three of us, me and the two girls, are all talking. Their stop comes, Stratford. They get off the train to get onto the next train. 2 stops before, in the corner of my eye, a girl keeps looking at me. I look away and I look back and she's staring at me. I think, okay, the 3-look rule. First look, you're not thinking much of it. Second look, maybe she does. The 3rd look, she definitely likes me. The 3rd look happens. And again, she's staring right at me. With the other girl I was just flirting with, being a bit of a fuckboy, I ignore the 2 girls and I go over. Do I know you? She looks at me in delight and smiles. Yeah, I do know you. I'm... Oh, who's... It kind of rings a bell, but she's like, oh, I was in that group chat before. Kiri's trying to still remember. I remember you had that like gap in your teeth. No one's ever said that to me apart from her. She remembered I had a gap in my teeth, and yeah, it is you. Then you remember you were talking about... We spoke on the phone. Oh, you. She recognized me, but I didn't know her because I don't think she had a photo up. We had one phone call or one slight small conversation in the group chat or something like that. I was in a relationship at the time. She was kind of seeing someone. I was really respectful, right? But things have changed and I was single now. And she seemed interested. As I mentioned, the 2 girls get off and the train continues to go. She's going the same way as me. We look at each other and we get closer. I'm very good at reading the vibe. She's that attracted to me? Really? I kind of put my arm like against the thing and she allows it. I kind of get a bit closer. I do this bit of talking step thing. She allows it. I say, let's sit down. She complies. I put my arm kind of around her. She complies. I kind of play around and pretend to touch her leg. She likes it. I start touching her more. She likes it. Surely this wasn't going to happen on the train back from uni. Surely this random spontaneous girl that I've just met, nothing's going to happen, right? Surely... I go closer to her and I say, I know this is very crazy, isn't it? But I think you're nice. She's like, I think you're nice too. I say to her, what would you do if I like kissed you here and there, just now, in this moment? She said that she would do nothing. I brought her chin closer to mine and I kissed her on the train. A girl who I've just been speaking to for the last 2 minutes. This never happened before. This was amazing. This was novel. I remember looking opposite. We had 2 seats here, 2 seats there. There was an old man with the newspaper. He never had a clue. We kissed. She wasn't a really good kisser. I don't think she could kiss. But I told her she was good. It was cute. We get to the station. She was actually meant to get off 2 stops earlier. We go up and I'm like, where do you need to go? We're walking. She grabs my arm. It's like we're together. A girl I've met in the last 5 minutes or so. This was obviously really exciting. We kissed and everything, but she's holding my arm now? Why is she so much in my business? Kiri from 3 years ago never understood. Oh, the girls who are so clingy and the girls who are so forward and the girls who essentially throw themselves at you so easily, irrespective of your caliber of man, they have problems. She linked my arm, we went up the escalator. At the station, we were just there. Put her in front of me. I was kind of just hitting her from the back. I was touching her ass. Kissed a little bit more. I said, listen baby, just go now, innit? It was amazing. Nothing ever happened to me after uni like this before. It was really nice. I kissed her, we exchanged numbers, Instas, WhatsApp I think at the time. And she went off. Now things start to get dark. That was an amazing interaction. I've never had a better interaction with this girl, but obviously quite a lot happened, but I'm a very direct person. I guess it's okay, right? The next day comes. I'm going into uni again. I'm on the train, alone, listening to my music. I get a call. Hi, Kiri, are you going uni? Oh, like we should definitely meet up. I keep burping a lot, don't I? We should definitely meet up. Like, just wait for me, like, your lesson. Baby, I need to, like, it's nice for you to call me. It's nice to see you and everything, but I need to go lesson. Like, oh, just wait for me a bit, whatever. I meet her. She grabs onto me straight away, holds my arm, again, as if we're together. This seems a bit intense. Why is this girl so forwards? I didn't realise at this time. She grabbed my arm, we walk a bit. I end up missing a bit of my lecture. The cycle continues. I see her a bit more, I miss a bit more of my lecture. See a bit more, miss a bit more of the lecture. I'm trying to study. A few days go by, maybe a week or two. I'm trying to study with my friend. She messaged me. Can I come see you? I want to study as well. I'm like to my boy, what? You want her to come or what? I don't know, you can meet her, say something. He's like, okay, she comes. We end up doing 0 work. She meets my friend. She's getting comfortable with the people around me. It's only been a week. She has me invested at this point. A week or 2 go by, maybe 3. We're talking every day on WhatsApp. Talking. Energy reciprocating. We're having a good time. She likes me. And then... cut. Stop. Nil. Her replies started to slow down. Her energy started to fall off. It's as if something overnight went, there was a magical spell. Kiri, at that time, was confused. You like me so much, you're giving me everything and then it stopped. Naturally, as humans, we go after what we don't have. So then naturally, and again this is quite embarrassing to say, but I would message her a bit more. Like, do you want to meet or what? Again, very slow replies. I would see her online and I'll never forget this. I would see her online on WhatsApp. My message still delivered. And I would see her come online and go offline. Let me say that again. I'll see her come online and go offline. See her come online and go offline. What's going on? This is not normal. It's as if she was emotionally manipulated. It's as if she knew what she was... She wouldn't do this on purpose to an innocent, kind-hearted... Oh. This was a game. Time goes by and I realise, oh, I think she's kind of done these antics to other boys. This girl's, her household, she's fucked. I remember a week or two, maybe 3, maybe 4. She tells me she ran away from home for like a night or so. I remember seeing cut marks on her hand. This was a mentally unstable girl yet again. Common theme with a lot of girls I've spoken to, right? A mentally unstable girl. A mentally unstable girl that saw and knew I was just out in a relationship and got me so invested in her, got me caring so much about her and her lovely, feminine, pure energy. I really started to like this girl. Really started to like the girl. She was beautiful, and then she knew what she was doing. Innocent, naive Kiri didn't have a clue. Time goes by, the messages fall off. Whenever I would reach out to her to speak, she would not reciprocate. She called me whatever she liked. She had all the power. She was in complete control. She called me, oh, I'm sorry, I've just been busy, like, and did this feminine little act. I'm sorry, I've just been busy, I haven't been replying and stuff, but like whatever. Whenever she would like, as if I was a backup, she would pick me up and drop me as if I was nothing. As if I was just any next dickhead to her. One day I get a call. The end of 2019, as I mentioned, I wasn't that well with my bowels. I lost a bit of weight. I was going to the toilet a bit more than normal. I remember she called me, and because I wanted to see her so bad, as if I was in a spell, she manipulated my brain. She called me. She said, hi Kiri, I'm going to the cinema in this area. Do you want to come? Like, she was like, oh, I was meant to go, I'm not going to say someone else, but I think her auntie or something, but she had a spare ticket. Do you want to come? A Kiri in December time, 4 years ago essentially today, approximately, wasn't even feeling that well. He went out and he wore a nappy, just in case he shitted himself, just so he could see her. He went out, he went to the same bus stop, I can see it now, jumped on that one bus, get off, I go and meet her. We go into the cinema together. We sit down. I talk to her and say, like, what's going on? Like, why are you not responding to me? Like, what are you trying to be? Wishy-washy answers. No one knew where they stood. My mind was completely scrambled. Can't believe I'm saying this now at this stage of my life, but back then it was. I didn't know where we stood. Were we going to be together? Like, was this just a joke for her? What happened? Side note, she said the N-word when we were at the cinema. And I said, why are you saying that? If anyone don't know what the N-word is, Americans, you know what that is, yeah? She said the N-word. I was like, why are you saying that? She's like, just to see if you would say something. Disgusting bitch. We come out of the cinema just towards the end, 30 minutes before the film ended, and we had a talk. This was her local area and she couldn't be seen with me. Oh, because some of her adults or some of her relatives might see me. We speak and I look to the side. She basically tells me, listen, like, we're friends and, you know, I don't want anything more, but we've kissed and we've touched each other. Is that what friends do? Do friends kiss, touch each other, flirt? Do friends do that? Do friends put her hand in my and wank me off? Do friends do that? I'm sorry, babe, I have to be honest. Do friends do that? It was her way of saying I needed someone in that moment, but you were never good enough to date. Innocent Kiri never saw that, and my heart hurt. My heart got shattered. Time goes by, contact more or less ends up nil. We don't talk, and I really take some time to reflect. 2020 comes and my self-improvement journey started. It all started from her. I had a long-term relationship it ended, and a 1 month, 6 week saga. And this period hurt more than the whole of that, just because of how vulnerable and how manipulated I was. October, November time come, spend some time on my own. 2020 comes, self-improvement starts, reflection starts. The rest is history. But when reflecting on that time and why it hurt so much, it hurt because she showed me this and she was actually this. As time goes by, I realized it was all an act. I felt disgusted to the point where, and again, keeping it real, to the point where I went on Twitter and I edited, I would put it up. I looked yesterday, I deleted it. I remember I did delete like a year ago. Oh, stupid. But I did like 4 or 5 tweets or paragraphs saying, how could you treat me like that? Why would you do that? You showed me someone you were not. You did all this. An absolute feminine, heartbroken little prick. That's what I was, a weak little boy. But that's how Kiri expressed his emotions back then. He just got it out. Time went by and I realized what a nasty piece of work she did. She manipulated me. She did this on purpose. She wanted me on a dog on a leash like a carrot chasing her whenever her beckon calls. Time goes by and I say to my boy, I'm going to see this girl at uni one day. Side note, I would kind of even feel anxious of going to uni in case I would see her. She made me start to dislike uni. So pathetic. But again, time went by and I said to my boy, I'm going to see this girl one day. One day I'm going to see this girl and watch what happens. One day I'm going to see this girl and watch what happens. One day I'm going to see this girl and watch what happens. I finished one of my exams 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year later. Definitely around 2020 time. I did really well. I felt it. So confident, Kiri leaves the exam hall. He FaceTimes his boy. And then I see her. As if it was perfect. I was in an emotional high. I was chatting to my friend. I was in a good flow state. It was perfect. As if this heavens above timed this to perfection. I see her. And she looks at me. She's like, oh, hey, Kiri. Like nothing happened. I look at her. No emotion. She says, there's actually evidence for this. If you go on my second ever podcast, probably the second ever video on my channel, it's like London's Bad Vibes or something like that. It's time ago, innit? If you go on that, I say there was a girl that called me after it happened. It was her. She sees me in person. She called me for whatever reason. I think my friend tried to move to her as a joke or something. I can't remember. But I see her in person. She's like, oh, your friend tried to talk to me. His name. I looked at her and said, listen, I don't know what you're talking about and I don't care. I'll never forget that. I literally looked her dead in the face. I was like, listen, I don't know what you're talking about and I don't care. She looked at me, what? How's he done this to me? You stupid bitch. After what, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year of trying to do me dirty and act normal. We haven't spoken for time. Fucking fake bitch. She's like, how could you do that? I was literally like, listen, is that it? Like, yeah, I guess so. And I said, listen, have a nice day. Something on the lines. And I walked off and I just smiled. I'll never forget seeing her face. So shocked. So, how could he do me like this? Listen, princess. One day you're going to see my channel pop. You might even watch this. You're a nasty piece of work, you know. Nasty piece of work. And I know how sick a person like you probably is. You're going to try and message me again when my channel pops and when I become somebody in your eyes, right? And you know what I'm going to do? Come, should you tell? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking ignore you. Just like you ignored me. Ah. That was a good story. All completely true.
If you want to fix your life today or have access to my free self-improvement guide, all links will be down below. If you also like one-on-one coaching sessions or like to learn from my Skool share classes, all links down below.